welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it was requested by Marie to do a festival look. We're kind of in the festival season now. I know Glastonbury's been and gone, but there's still more festivals that are going to happen throughout the summer. So yeah, I thought I'd do a festival look today. I'm going to do quite a fun, colourful one, and then I'm going to give you two options. One just as it is, and then show what it's like if you were to add gems if you wanted to. So yeah, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay, so first product I'm going to take is the Drunk Elephant SPF 30. The slight glow. Obviously we're outside, we should be wearing SPF every day anyway, but especially if we're at a festival, we want to make sure we protect our skin. Possibly should have gone with this first, but I think it'll be alright. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, because obviously again we want it to last as long as possible. So let's go. So I'm going to just mainly focus in the T-zone. I will just spread out whatever's left to the rest of the face as well. Okay, foundation. I'm actually going to go in with the MUA Pro Base Matte Foundation. Just because I feel like it's going to help with the lasting power a little bit more. I have it in the shade 120, which I don't think is quite my right shade, but we're going to be fine for now. I'll be honest, I haven't really been to a festival before. I would like to go, but like just for a day. I wouldn't want to stay over and camp. I love camping, but I just don't think I like to camp at a festival. Let me know if you've been to one and how you found it, and is it something that's worth doing at least once. I take the matching concealer. I have mine in 102 as well. Just pop this in the areas where I need that little bit extra coverage. Take my sponge just to go ahead and blend that out. Yeah, so for this look I was trying to think of something different to do, because I think last year I did one, which again I think Marie requested, and I did the flower look, where it was like the kind of graphic line and have flowers wrapped around the line, which I really like. So I was trying to think of something different, and so I thought gems are quite popular at the moment, so let's do a look. I'm going to do the look without the gems, so you can do it without, but then also just add gems at the end, just so you've got the option. Yeah. Now I'm actually not going to add bronzer, just because I want the eyes to be the focus and I don't want the skin too heavy. So I'm actually going to take a slightly deeper blush. So I'm going to go in with Azalea from Lily Lolo, the lip and cheek tint. I'm going to take the buffing brush I used for concealer. So yeah, something slightly deeper. It's going to add some colour to the face, but not overpower the whole look in general. I am going to go in with some powder, so the Kosas Cloud Set out of mine in shade Airy. I'm going to use a sponge initially for under the eyes and my T-zone area. And then pick up a very fluffy brush and just do a very light dusting around the rest of the face. I'm going to see if I can avoid the tops of cheekbones, just so then that blusher gives a little bit of glow to the face, but everywhere else just a light set so it lasts throughout the festival. Okay, so brows, not very exciting. I'm just going to do an ABH powder as always. Okay, so let's get on with the eyes. I'm going to take the Lily Lolo Eye Primer. Actually, it looks like I'm starting to run a bit low on this. Okay, so palette of choice is the Colour Trip palette from Cash Beauty. I'm thinking of maybe like a purple with pop greeny blue in there, as those are my favourite colours. So I'm going to zoom you in. I'll tell you what, I'm in desperate need of cleaning some of my brushes. Okay, so I'm going to get in with the shade Toxic first on a blending brush. I have wiped this off as best I can, so it should be good. This is going to go on the outer portion of the lid. Now I have a feeling, depending on what I'm putting videos up, this one will come straight after my contouring eye video. So treat the purples that I'm using as the contouring shade and the greeny blues as the highlighting shade. In terms of placement for your eye shape, I just thought I'd insert that a little bit because I thought it might be quite useful, even with some of the colourful looks, to know the best placement for your eye shape. So obviously I'm doing it to suit my eyes, but yeah, like I said, the purples, treat as though the contouring shades, and the bluey greens I'm going to use, treat them as the highlighting shades. And hopefully that'll help. Okay, so I'm just packing this onto my outer portion, just creating the depth there. And I will go along my lower lash line as well. And yeah, I'm going to take a pencil brush with that same shade and carefully pop along the lower lash line. I'm going to focus this mainly on the outer portion. Then I'm going to use the same shading brush. I'm just going to, I've got my little pad here, I'm just going to rub off as much of that purple as I can. I'm then going to go in with the shade Punk, which clearly is one of my most used because I'm hitting pan on this one. And this is going to be used to start blending out that darker purple shade. So I'm going to pop it just over the top of the edge of that shade Toxic, and then slightly above to start my blend off. I'm just going to take bit by bit and start building that up. And if anyone's got any recommendations for like fun, bright, colourful palettes like this, but are more clean beauty based, please let me know. I was asked the other day, I think it was on TikTok, whether I've got any recommendations. And I was about to say, well, Ether Beauty do some relatively kind of fun coloured palettes, and then I was like, oh, unfortunately I can't recommend them because they've gone. And there was nothing really that I've tried that I could necessarily recommend. So if you guys have got anything, let me know, and then I can have a little play with it, and then yeah, it'd be quite nice, like I say, quite nice to get some colourful, more colourful clean beauty eyeshadows in my collection. I'm actually going to take a bit of Punk as well and just run along the lower lash line. I'm going right up to the inner corner of this shade. Taking a much fluffier brush, this is the Sigma Taper Blending E40. I am going to go in with the shade Freak. And I'm going to start doing a bit more of a blend now. I'm going to take a very small amount at a time again and start softening those edges. Again, I don't know what's happened. I feel like I'm going for more rounded looks at the moment instead of winged out looks, but I'm kind of preferring it, which is quite unusual, because usually I'm all about the winged out looks. So now I'm starting to soften that shade out. Okay, so I am going to take, first of all, I'm going to take a little bit of Dazed, and I'm going to mix it in with Gleam to create a bit more of a lighter green to begin with. So dunk into Daze, and then just a little bit into Gleam. And just pop some on this inner portion. I just want to create a base for the shimmer shade that I'm going to pop on. So I'm doing like 2 dunks into Gleam, and then 2 dunks into Dazed, just to create a slightly lighter green. Okay, So the shimmer in question is this one here, Hypnotic. A really pretty one. This works best with a finger, I feel like. But it's really pretty. It's green, but it kind of is translucent as well, which is why I wanted to put just something underneath. It's also just going to make that help it pop as well. This is a gorgeous shade. I'm going to start kind of bringing it a bit higher into the crease to kind of open up this inner section. Also going to use it just to kind of start patting over the purple to kind of almost blend the two. I'm also going to use this shade for the inner corner and along just this inner portion of the lower lash line. So I'm going to add something to the waterline. I'm actually going to take this Colourpop eyeliner in Prance, so quite a light blue. I think it might be quite fun to contrast. Now actually, speaking of eyeliners in waterline, kind of going back to the eye shape situation, if you're someone with quite small eyes, then a lighter shade is going to benefit you because it's going to make your eyes look bigger. So depending on what colours you've used, so for example, if you wanted to match and go purple, just go for a lighter purple than you've used on the eyes. Or if you go for a neutral look, use like a nude eyeliner, maybe white, but sometimes that can look a bit too stark. But if you're someone who's got quite big eyes, then you can kind of go a bit darker in the waterline because it will make them a little bit smaller but won't completely close them up. But I want to go in with this blue because I think it might be quite fun. And it's going to help open up my eyes. Oh, if it wants to work. Ah, there we go. That's better. Lily Lo's a big lash. Now for lips, I am going to add a little bit of colour to lips, but if you want to go for a nude lip to pair with it, then please do go for it. I'd say like more of a slight pink tone to the nude lip would look quite pretty with this. And then either matte or glossy, entirely up to you. As you know me, I probably would put the Whisper lip gloss on top from Lily Lolo, but I'm going to add, like I said, a bit of colour to the lips. So I think I'm doing a bit of a combo because okay. Right. Kind of a bit of an odd combination that I'm going to do here. I kind of want a purpley pink And I've got a shade in mind, but I don't really have the colours, so I'm kind of doing a bit of mixing and seeing what happens. So I'm taking, this is actually in the mascara lip liner in the shade Cert. I don't think they do this shade anymore, which is a shame. It's a really pretty like raspberry colour. I'm then going to take 100% Pure Marrakesh. And now I think I want to add a bit of cool tone to it. And I don't know if this is going to work, so this could go really bad, but Wine Cup from 100% Pure. So it still kind of gives that a raspberry shape. It's a bit more of a cool toned raspberry shade. Just adding a little bit of Wine Cup kind of did make the difference. That is kind of the colour I was going for, which is good. I'm going to keep it matte. I'm not going to go glossy with this lip. So that is the lip portion done. So this is the look itself done. So a really pretty purpley blue eye with a bit more of a raspberry lip. Something quite fun and colourful festivals. Not too hard to achieve, I don't think. Quite fun. So you could just leave it there, or if you wanted to add something extra, you could add some gems to it. So I'm going to actually show what it looks like with gems, but I wanted to show you just the makeup portion first by itself, just so you get a feel for it, and then I'm going to go with some gems. So I've got these gems here. I'm probably going to pick a purpley bluey one. What am I going to go for? So now I don't have any eyelash glue, which is what I'd use, so I'm going to actually, I've just grabbed my Special Effects Spirit Gum that I'm going to use, but you can use eyelash glue instead of this. But yeah, I just don't have, oh my goodness, I don't have any. Oh, you can tell I haven't used this since October. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a brush. And I think the first gem I'm going to pop just under this middle section here. Just like that. And we'll do the same on the other eye. I'm not going to add too many gems because I do find the application of gems very kind of frustrating. Hey. Yeah, that's alright though. You can come in.
Thank as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give your car a quick wash over.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
That's of course not in here.
I know, it's really quite humid in here.
Yeah.
I am slightly melting.
Oh, Angel.
Go on, can I have another cup of tea, please?
You want to smell of diesel? My hand smells of diesel.
That's alright, I'll survive. So, let's say about here will do. I think that's too big a gem up there. So I'm going to go for a smaller gem. That's better. I feel like there needs to be one like in between those two sizes because that's almost a little bit too small. But I think it looks better than the other one that was there. And I think I might add one right at the ends. And that might be it. And thank you very much. I love you. Okay, and I'm going to need the gem portion there. A little pop here and there. I can't decide whether I should have done the bigger ones at the top now, but we're going to leave it there, so that's fine. Okay, so that is now the completed festival look. So like I said, I wanted to add a few gems at the end in case you're someone who likes to kind of add a little bit extra detail in there. Or you can just go with just the makeup look, which I think is just as pretty by itself. So yeah, so let me know your thoughts down below. Like I said, let me know if you're going to any festivals and whether you think I should at some point at least go to one festival and have fun. Like I said, I think I'd rather go for the day than stay over at a festival, but still, let me know what you think. And yeah, any requests, leave them down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.